Hi, my name is Lulu, and I have a company called Lulu's Chocolate. We do a raw, organic, vegan chocolate sweetened with low-glycemic coconut sugar, many different flavors. We include a lot of maca bars that are very high in maca root, and we do it all here in beautiful Sedona, Arizona. I started making chocolate because I just wanted it all the time, and I needed to make enough for myself, and then my friends wanted some too, and first thing I knew, I couldn't make enough for everyone without going into it pretty full time. So the demand was pretty high for the chocolate I was making. I just had a natural gift at it, and it's been a really beautiful journey into creating a sustainable business. The chocolate gets slowly stone ground, getting smooth and creamy, bringing all the flavors together while keeping the heat really low and keeping it all raw and intact. Eating a lot of cacao, you'll notice more energy, more willingness to get out and do things, and definitely has some extroverted qualities to it. It really makes me want to socialize more and get out and talk to people and explore. Definitely soft for the skin. It actually softens the skin from the inside out, so you'll start to notice your skin enjoying the fats, the good fats that are in the cacao. You'll have less appetite for other foods as the MAO inhibitors curb your appetite. Then you have the PEA and anandamide, the bliss chemicals naturally occurring in cacao that just keep sending your brain the messages that life is blissful, and cacao really does inspire bliss and the feeling of love, and it's long time been associated with being in love, and that's because of the PEA and anandamide that you get from eating it. Keeps me going in a really good vibe. It's just really full of all these beautiful antioxidants and flavanols, and high in magnesium. It's the world's richest source of magnesium in food. High in potassium and iron, protein. It's just really all around a great tonic. It usually happens on the full moon, new moon, and most other days. Oh, definitely. Definitely. I think it makes a great meal. I have it every morning for breakfast. I wake up and I go straight to the teapot, make some tea, and break out a chocolate bar of my choice. It varies day to day, and I like to sit down and invite in the beautiful day with gratitude, chocolate tea, and that really gives me enough energy to have about an hour and a half to 2 hours practice of yoga, meditation, running, whatever I feel like that day, swimming, and then some good, yummy, green, leafy, grounding foods and brain foods to get me going through my day. Cacao does contain theobromine, which is a stimulant. It's more gentle on your nervous system than caffeine, but it definitely does activate one. And how sensitive different people are to the stimulating properties of cacao vary, and it's just really up to each person to decide when to use it as food or as medicine, and if to use it. And I think personal intuition is the perfect guide for that. We usually temper it to be around 85 or 86. It produces the perfect temperature, so the chocolate has a perfect structure and shine on it, so that when we do fill our chocolate molds with the chocolate and then cool it, it comes out shiny and smooth. Cacao was used as money, and it was thought of as only for royalty and the highest ups in society. It's kind of a forbidden food for people who couldn't afford it, and I think it made a pretty cool thing as money, because you couldn't really hoard it. It only had about a year or two shelf life, so you were to keep it all in the flow and circulation. Eventually it came from South America over to Europe, and they also kept it secret for a long time, using it only for royalty, and eventually they couldn't keep the cat in the bag any longer, and the word got out from the cooler, and we put them in this called Nature Flex. It is 100% compostable. Heat seal it one at a time to keep the oxygen out and the freshness in. People say, you know, what's the difference between your chocolate and the Snickers bar I could get for 59 cents? One thing is quality, where the cacao comes from. There's unfortunately some bad news about what's going on in Africa with some of the cacao practices. We get all of our cacao from small family farms, and and it's beyond fair trade. So the quality of the cacao and how the cacao is treated from its first life on a tree and then handled all the way to getting to the manufacturer, me, and how we handle it getting it to you, it's a major difference. Also, the cacao content, to be labeled chocolate, I don't think you have to have a very high percentage of actual cacao in there. Other cheaper chocolates have even taken to using vegetable waxes in place of cacao butter to make sure that they get their price point on when there's actually no replacement for cacao butter. So really, quality it really comes down to what you want to put in your body and how you want to feel after ingesting it and the energy that comes along with it. There might be a microscopic percentage. People call it chocolate though. Some people, when they think of chocolate, they think Hershey's, and they label it dark, when to be labeled dark in this country you only have to have 40% cacao, and I really can't see that being very dark. It's not a lot of cacao. It leaves a lot of room for sugar, milk, soy lecithin, and unfortunately vegetable waxes in some situations. So cacao content is pretty important to true chocoholics. Chocolate is maybe the oldest aphrodisiac still on the market known to man. Been using it for a long time to woo and to court and to have romantic evenings and inspire sensuality.